All right, fellas, we back. Before I get back on my brother's Monte Carlo, I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in to Gbody Media. To my 186 subscribers, thank y'all for joining the team. You know, this ain't about me at all. It's about these Gbodies, fellas. And it's for us to learn. I don't know everything. It's a lot of stuff y'all know that I don't know. So if y'all see me doing something that I could do better or I'm doing wrong, drop down in the comments. Let me know. That's what this channel for, to keep these cars on the road. And that's all to learn, you know what I mean? But we finna get back on it. I got most of the interior out. I cleaned out the trunk. I just found a couple of pinholes. It ain't nothing major. I'm finna show y'all all that. And I'm gonna show y'all a few spots that leak in the Gbody that a lot of guys have problems with. So here we go, fellas. I'm gonna turn y'all off and I'm gonna turn y'all back on. All right, fellas. This is gonna be like a full little walk around showing the condition of her. But here go the floor pans. And this right here is where I found the little pinholes at. Right here. Ain't nothing major, you know, we can fill it with either epoxy, or I got a couple buddy that can weld it up. But that ain't nothing major at all. You know, that's why you gotta get up under there and look, so stuff like that don't turn into real cancer. But got in with my wire brush and knocked most of it down. I'm gonna get my drill and wire brush attachment and knock all the rest of it down. But it's just surface rush. It ain't really no rot at all. And then we'll go to the trunk. She in good shape too, fellas. You know what I mean? In real good shape. And after I get everything knocked down, I'm gonna treat it with like some rust in here, but hit it with some paint. And I'm torn between the Sound Dead and the Kill Mat, and it's this new stuff. I think it's called Second Skin. I seen it on Junkyard Diggs channel. He got a Monte Carlo. He used it. It's pretty expensive, but I'm kind of leaning towards that because I still got a Sound Dead in mind too. So I was gonna do his and mine at the same time. So I'm gonna talk to him and see which way he want to go. Like the Kill Mat is the budget route, but like that Second Skin stuff, it's pretty cool. It'll make for a nice build. So I'm gonna see what he want to go with. We can probably just go in on it. I was thinking about it'll probably take like 3.5 boxes of Kill Mat. So I was like, we can just order like 7 boxes and just split the price. So I do both of them at the same time. Or if you want to go with that Second Skin, it's gonna be a few more $100, but we'll see. All right, for the leaks, fellas. All right. When I did mine, I came outside one day and I had water in my floor. My first thing, I was like, yeah, it's the AC box seal. So I tore it down, replaced the AC box seal. And when I went to test it, you know, get a water hose and just let it run, it was still leaking, fellas. And I'm gonna show you where all the areas mine was leaking from. You see the seam seal? Mine was all cracked right here. You can see, like, we're gonna have to re-seam seal this. But if you look, these where the panels meet. Mine was all cracked and water was coming from there. That was one of the areas. All right, his, if you look, got the factory panel on there, which is pretty cool. You don't really never see them with this cover on them still. But the AC box is right above that. Let me see if I can show y'all. All right. Right here, they can crack right here. And they can leak from right there too, fellas. So you gotta make sure they ain't leaking from right there too. And let's see. Right here, and your doors, where your door seal's at, you know, you got wires coming. If you got electric windows, power windows and power locks, you're gonna have a boot right here. And it's a boot that's above that. Let me see if I can get these leaves out the way. Where your antenna wire goes in at. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it's right here. Let's see if I can get y'all in there. It's right back there. But that can leak too. I can feel it. It's all dry and stuff. So if you're leaking, it could be that right there too. And where your factory harness come in at right here, it can leak from right there too. If you like a lot of guys LS swap and stuff, they take this factory grommet out and put another one in. I know I got mine from Spirit Tech, my grommet, but when I got it in there, the water was coming through the harness, like right here in the hole. So I had to get some sealant and seal that up. So that's another area where they can leak at from. And you just gotta make sure, and you can test by just getting a water hose and just letting it run down here. You know, this the screen that protects all of the big debris. And it's like a little flapper up underneath in a hole that drains out. But if it get clogged up, it ain't gonna drain out, fellas. And that's where your leaks can come from and stuff. And how I can tell that this is the first thing I look, if I go buy a Gbody or something, I look in these corners right here to see if the plastic's still there. If the plastic's still there, I know it ain't been really touched. But if it ain't there, you can tell somebody to had this off, because what it is, from the factory, they put plastic right here to drain water, to shed water from coming in the AC box and stuff. So if you go to buy a Gbody, that's one of the first places I look to see if it's been touched or something in them two corners, see if that plastic's there. But yeah, I got all the interior out and stuff. Look at that package tray, like all this is mint, fellas. So like mine been already hacked up. Aftermarket rear deck was put in. They just hacked all that up, fellas. So this is all mint. We're gonna have to re-seam seal a few areas, wire brush it, treat it, and sound deaden it. And then we'll be good. I'm gonna do the door panel, sound deaden the door panels too, but I ain't gonna take them off right now. We're gonna wait on that. But as y'all can see, fellas, she in really good shape. We just got some surface rust down there. I'm gonna hit with the wire wheel and stuff. But these are the areas you check in your Gbody. Like right back here, like that's how you can tell, fellas. That's where all the water collects at and stuff. If you ain't got no rot, man, you in great shape. Even if you got rot, you know, everything can be fixed with a little time and money. So, but she in great shape, fellas. I just want to make sure we ain't dealing with no major rot issues before I move on and stuff. So I'm gonna get her bagged in and stuff, and I'm gonna get set up to where I can start breaking this fender down and stuff, start taking this stuff out. So I'm finna have to take the battery out. I just want to move it one last time before I get the battery out and stuff. I'm gonna bag her on up. I'm gonna turn y'all back on in a minute, fellas. All right, fellas, we back. I started breaking her down. I got the battery out, took out the battery tray. She was missing a few bolts right here. We had to get us a Gbody bolt kit. That was some of the ones you have to take off to get her off anyway. I took out the disconnected AC lines. I just put some duct tape over to make sure ain't no trash getting in them, like the accumulator and stuff. All that's gonna be replaced, so I ain't worried about that. Disconnected the map. I think it's the ignition module too. Something over here I disconnected. We ain't gonna be using none of that though. I'm finna just start breaking it down. Just show you some of the bolts you gotta take out to take off the fender. You gotta get these two out. These right here. And usually it'll be the bolts down here you have to take out. And inside of here, it's a few running along down there. See if I can get you in there. Might be able to see them. There's like a few running down there. I don't think I can get you down there, but you have to take off them. You have to take off the hood, which is that bracket. Take off them two. This one. These are the ones you gotta really pay attention to because they got shims. This one right here, that's got one shim. This one right here, it look like it's got 3 shims in it. And then Should be a boat, yes, one right here. You come along on the inside. Let me grab my light. Take you right here, show you these. So, you got one right there with a shim. And right there. And I'm gonna note the shim location. I'm gonna show you how I do it, how I put the boats, how I do all my boats. So I give me a piece of cardboard and I label it like the front and the back, but this one already had like a front symbol on it. So I just put them in, how I take them off, and I label them like right here, these two. I put them in there, just poke them in, and I label like top right core support. The ones down there, I put like front clip inner fender. And I just label it and put them on there like that, going all the way to the back. Like with the ones with the shims, I just poke them in there with the shims and I just label it like fender wall, or I label it close to firewall. Just make sure I label it and stuff. And I'm gonna take pictures, you know, the video. I have the video for reference. But I done it on my car, so I pretty much know. And I did it the exact same way, and I had one boat left. And it pissed me off, fellas. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, what the fuck? And I just could not find where that boat went. But every time you work on you, that's how it go. You'll break it apart, and you'll have like one or two boats left. But that's how I do it, fellas. And it makes for just a nice clean. I can just go back and just find exactly where the boats is at. So, all right, I gotta get off the windshield wipers to trim and stuff. I might go and do that now before I go further on this side. I might set y'all up. I know it's gonna be kind of boring just seeing me take stuff off, but I might set y'all up with a time lapse, or I might talk a little bit. So I'll turn y'all back on when I get y'all set up, fellas. All right, fellas, it is one more boat I forgot to show y'all. It's right here in the fender well, right back there. You gotta get that one out too. I'm gonna get y'all set up and I'll turn y'all back on.